Morning.
I got to get this thing up. Now I add the brown sugar. How much brown sugar do you want? That should be good.
Clumpy.
Yeah, it'll be fine. I think some bacon.
Aiden's getting the yard mowed. He's getting after it. Today is Mother's Day, so that is why Dad is making beans at 8 o'clock in the morning. Because it's around 12, we're gonna go to my grandma's for lunch, which I think we're gonna go to church before that, so it'll probably be even later than 12. Around 12:30 probably we'll be over there for lunch. And then seniors at my school are graduating, so I got graduation parties to go to. So we'll see what actually gets done today. Not much really, I don't think, but it's good that we're gonna get this yard mowed before church because it kind of looks a little shaggy. Well, we are checking terraces and I'm the idiot stick operator, which pretty much I'm just a measuring stick for my dad, and he has a nice little hand level. Well, actually he doesn't have the hand level with him today. He's got the big old fancy level, which he looks through like a little telescope looking thing, and it tells him how high this is compared to where he's at. And there's stakes where he's supposed to set up so that he can measure and see what the level of these terraces are. So to see how tall the terrace is and see how low the channel is. So I'm gonna be moving back and forth about every 50 feet. I have to stand and get a reading for him, and then yeah. So every other spot I'm gonna put a flag down. Every 18 steps is where I'm gonna be putting this very tall stick at. He's up and over that. I don't know if you can see him, but there's the 7 D7E, which is the electric drive bulldozer, but it's powered by a generator. So here's a brand new terrace. It still needs to be worked to smooth it out, but yeah, really the reason for seeing how tall it is and seeing the channel height is just to make sure all the water flows where it needs to flow, which is towards the tile, which the tile is not, or the riser itself, which is pretty much a tile. It's a tile line with a riser in it. But there's a slope, a very gentle slope all the way there, which I don't see it at the moment, but he's still over the hill setting up.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Put a flag right there. Yeah. Okay. That's so I got a little hole there. Like their grandpa does. Gotcha. Report. What's hard on this thing is because you can't see the riser when you're building it, so you're going off all your figures while you're cutting, and when you're not using GPS, you need a little bit of sight so you can see it. And Dad and I are old school. And we just got one hole around a curve, and that's what's hard, is a curve. When you run around, let's get it. Gotcha. One feed bin empty, 2 feed bins empty, and I've got it ordered for today. So I hope.
Where's the oh, there's a riser. Well, he is on the move. He has to move to the next place that's staked for him to be able to measure from, and I really don't know where that is.
This is the cut slope channel, front slope, back slope. I also need a shot right there again, and then I need a top of the
Terrace? I've been just doing the inside of the slope, so just to see if the water will all run to this riser. This riser is pretty much just this orange piece, and water goes into it, and then there's a tile right underneath of it. The tile runs right down to those trees. And I see that my camera is on top of that pickup truck right there. But yeah, this definitely needs work before we can even plant it. So we got the disc hooked up to 9482, so we can work this. This is our last piece of ground that we rent that hasn't had any work done to it. Which the reason why he has to move is so that he can see my stick to measure the heights all along this terrace channel. And since there's a shed in the way and trees, he's got to have 2 different spots to set up. And I'm staying in the same spot he's already measured, just to make sure that everything's level and make sure we're getting accurate readings. He's a little picky. There. He figured it out. Well, back to work.
I say that he is right on. That'd be better. 9.4, good. It was a 3/8 berm is what that needed. We need a little bit of dirt there. Need a little dirt there. Not much. Yeah. Got it? Just one. The others are planted.
Officially done with this terrace. It's only got 1 riser in it, but it's a very long terrace. I don't think it's taking in that much water though. So, heading back to the pickup truck. I don't know if there's any more terraces on this farm, or is it just this one? I really don't know. So, it's after church now. We're going over to Grandma's house for lunch. We got the scooters out. I took the shortcut through by the hog barns, and he took the long way up the big hill, and I definitely beat him by a lot. I was actually worried that he was already up this part of the road, but he wasn't. Go 20 miles an hour and 19 miles of range. I beat you. It's faster the other way. But we're getting to Grandma's for lunch, and then we'll see what happens after that. Well, so I am kind of, I don't know. I like old stuff, and we've got this old 2-row planter. It's been sitting for quite a while. It's on one of my dad's farms that he's had, which he bought when he was 17, and it hasn't moved since then. So it tells you the age of this planter. And it's kind of out in the back of nowhere by a pond. And that's where I am right now, because I like tinkering with stuff. And it's in pretty good condition. I'm going to see if I can fix her up a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to get it out right now with the little red tractor. I'm pretty successful at the moment, but I'm going to show you my progress. This is the requirements it's needed so far. And that was to get me through that little entrance right there. And there she is. I dragged her out. She was a little bit back over there closer to the actual field itself. But it's a nice little 2-row planter. I'm going to try and move my pallet forks in so I can just kind of go in between these 2 rows and pick it up and take it home. But yeah. I'm going to see if I can get this thing rocking and rolling. Maybe I can plant something this year with it, but I don't know if I can move these. We'll see. I just need to move that one in. But yeah, Mom and Dad, we just got done eating, and I drove my scooter back over, and I grabbed this thing in the chainsaw, my little electric chainsaw. And I had to come tinker with it. I came and looked at it yesterday. Whenever I came out and showed you guys the corn, and I was like, man, I think I can get that to work. So I'm gonna see if I can move this in, and it's gonna be a big upgrade to our farm. Actually, not really, but I think it looks pretty neat. Well, there we go. 2-row planter heading home. Would have been a blast to plant that with, but we're taking it out. We're gonna go see. I'm gonna go do some improvements on it. It has a lot of grease zerts on it, so we're gonna see if it might be ready to rock and roll. It's probably sat for about, I don't know, 50 years. But it looks like it's got all the pieces it needs, so we'll just see. It might be a pretty yard ornament, though. I think it's pretty neat. I was actually kind of worried that was going to be a tire instead of a metal drive wheel. And I was going to have to find some tire to work, but it's got a metal one, so it's pretty much an Amish planter. So, I'm back from my graduation parties, and I'm tinkering again. And yeah, I just told my girlfriend I was going to come over here for just a few seconds. And I've been here for about 5 minutes, and I'm tinkering with my 2-row planter. But there is a lot of hope in this thing at the moment, because I've gotten it where the rusty old things. I'll just show you. So this top thing with these little divots in it, it spins around circles. So you can see all these ants on it. It might be what bit me, I don't know. I did have them crawling on me earlier. But with a little bit of magical WD-40 and grease, grease the bearing right there, grease the bearings underneath here. And yeah, you wonder why I have this. Well, if I put this on here and don't hit myself in the face, trying to do this one-handed. They're moving. So she is still functional after sitting all this time. And I went around and I've spun all these tires. all they need is some grease and they'll be ready to rock and roll. The only thing I'm missing is a functional chain, which I haven't really looked at that chain yet. Yeah, the chain's broke. I'd say that's probably why it was parked in the first place. Whoever had it, but yeah, they're rotating, so I'm happy now that I know she's gonna work. I'm gonna rotate a few more times. I'm gonna go over to my girlfriend's because she's wanting to see me. But yeah, need a new chain. Grease are all up. Mount these back on there because whenever I got the thing off the bucket, it flipped upside down onto those things. So I'll have to bend those back onto these little places back on top of here so I can put the seed on here. So that's what that is. That's just a old style meter, which I think what happens is seed kind of gets trapped in these, and as it comes around, it gets in this hole, and then goes down into the seed tube, and it goes all the way down, which this is a totally different type of planter than a normal planter, or what we use now. Not normal planter. Some people still use these, or something like these, but it pretty much cuts a big old thing in the ground, puts the seed in that, and then these wheels cover it up, and those pack it down. So I'd say this determines how much you're going to pack it down. I don't know how you adjust seed depth. That doesn't make any sense to me. Understand the spring system for the drive, but yeah, I just need a chain. I need a chain and grease it up. I haven't measured the rows yet or anything like that, but yeah, just pulled it out of the weeds, and she is gonna work because this is turning, so just gotta find a chain that would work for it. I think that's gonna be it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and if you wanted to see more of this 2-row planter and more of actually what other stuff we do on this farm, subscribe and stick around. Got any questions? Any suggestions on cameras to use for 4K video, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one.